Working as a Peace Corps volunteer in 2011 in Niger, West Africa, Lisa Curtis, a vegetarian, was feeling weak from a poor diet until nurses there introduced her to this moringa. She mixed the leaves with a West African peanut snack called Kuli Kuli, and within a week felt rejuvenated and inspired.
I was just taken aback by the fact that this tree is so nutritious. It has a complete protein, you're getting a lot of calcium, iron, and vitamins. But as I found in Niger, there were so many people who weren't eating it. And this is in one of the most malnourished countries in the world. And when I dug a little further and started to ask some of the women's groups I was working with why they weren't eating it or growing it, they said because, why are we going to grow a crop that we can't sell?
In Oakland, California, Curtis started Kuli Kuli Foods to create a supply chain that could bring moringa to the U.S. market.
It wasn't easy. It's still not easy. But I think one of the biggest parts was figuring out how to get high-quality moringa here. Because it's a really easy tree to grow. It grows like a weed, but it's tricky to process. And in order to process it in a way that preserves the nutritional quality and also meets U.S. health and sanitary standards.
Kuli Kuli began with a moringa energy bar, which turned out to be one of the most popular food campaigns ever on crowdfunding site Indiegogo. Its food products are now available in U.S. supermarket chain Whole Foods. And recently, food giant Kellogg announced that its venture capital fund, 1894 Capital, was leading a $4.25 million round of funding for Kuli Kuli. With their 4 products, bars, energy shots, powder, and herbal tea, Kuli Kuli had $2 million in sales last year. They're hoping to top that this year and release a new product, which hasn't been disclosed yet, later this year. The biggest seller right now is the moringa powder, which makes it convenient to get your greens from a smoothie.
Cheers.
Hardly any Americans have heard of moringa, so Kuli Kuli's best sales pitch has been labeling it the new kale, while pointing out moringa has twice kale's protein and more vitamins and nutrients.
The moringa kind of has like a little bit of most spiciness to it. It's really nice.
While Kuli Kuli has been attracting investment, it's actually classified as a full-fledged benefit corporation, putting profit, the planet, and people on the same level.
When we were in Ghana, had a really interesting discussion with this woman who told us that since she'd started growing moringa for Kuli Kuli, she had also started to feed it to her family, and she had found that it improved her husband's condition because he had been chronically ill for a really long time, and she said that it was amazing, and she doesn't know what it did, but he was feeling a lot better. And then we also had lots of women tell us that they, now had more income and were able to send their kids to school and really make an impact in their lives.
An impact that's come full circle for a young entrepreneur looking to nourish the world. Mark New, CGTN, Oakland.